Alright, let's get into this. Basics. There are three types of ore sources: impure, which produce ore at 30 per minute, normal at 60 per minute, and pure at 120 per minute. There are two types of conveyors. The Mark 1 conveyor carries items at the rate of 60 per minute and the Mark 2 at 120 per minute. This is very important when making your design, as I will explain later. Why do you want this line to be straight? Because if it isn't, that means there's idle time, and that's the time a machine could be producing stuff but isn't. Also, striving for a straight line helps you max out the amount of materials you can make from a single ore source. A machine has two rates to consider: the rate of requirement and the rate of production. To have 100% efficiency, the rate of requirement of the current machine must be equal to the rate of production of the previous machine. Now let's say you wanted to make screws. This single chain you see here is actually the conventional go-to chain anybody would go to. You have a miner, a smelter, a constructor for iron rods, and the final constructor for screws. But this is actually extremely inefficient, and I'll tell you why. To produce screws, you need iron rods at the rate of 10 per minute. Iron rods are produced at 15 parts per minute. That means this rate is faster than the required rate. So you're going to have a backlog, which is going to end up stopping the machine. This machine requires 15 ingots per minute, but the smelter running into it produces ingots at 30 per minute. This causes a backlog which eventually clogs the smelter. Ideally, you'd want a splitter that splits the belt into two, so as to reach the required 15 ingots per minute, which means you could actually get twice the amount of iron rods from this chain. In this setup, you have one miner going into one smelter, which splits into two iron rod constructors, which then combine into one and then split into three screw constructors. Since screws are produced at 15 per minute, you've got 15 plus 15, which is 30, which is then split into 3, so divided by 3, 30 divided by 10. Now you've got 10 per minute. And the screws require 10 per minute, so it's 100% efficient. As you can see, this setup has a perfectly straight line, indicating 100% efficiency. This setup produces 3 times the amount of screws as did the first setup. In fact, just to reach the same production capacity of this design, you would need 3 different miners, as shown over there. Ow. So here we have 3 different miners and 3 completely conventional chains just to reach the same capacity as my first design. All the ores produce the same amount, that's 30 per minute. And that's all you have to know. Every machine has their own production rate and requirement rate, and all you need to do is to do the math. If you want to see the design for the production of other items, just comment down below. I'll make another video. I also make videos on Rainbow Six Siege, so go check that out if you have the time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.